pair of jets in an open sky, a streak of gray, and a cheerful...
A loop, a whirl, and a vertical climb, and once again, you'll know it's time for the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and friends.
Starring that supersonic speedster, Rocket J. Squirrel, with his pal Bullwinkle the Moose, and a host of others.
Hurry, Bullwinkle! The show's about to start!
I'm coming as fast as I can.
Wave to the people!
Yay!
Now what are you doing?
Signing autographs. Let's see. John Smith.
But your name is Bullwinkle.
I know, but that's hard to spell.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. Come on and join us.
Sure, there's always room for one more.
Well, Rocky and Bullwinkle's attempts to find a rocket fuel to take them to the moon has certainly raised a fuss, especially on the moon itself.
We moved to the dark side just to get away from those peeping toms and their telescopes. Now they're going to come right on up.
We must stop them.
So the Moonmen selected two of their hardiest adventurers and sent them down to Earth with only one mission, to stop our heroes from finding the formula. And so when a hypnotized Bullwinkle recited his recipe for Grandma Moose's fudge cake, even to a sleeping audience...
Can I scrooge him now, Gidney?
Yes, Clyde. Scrooge him now.
As the mysterious ray struck Bullwinkle, he was instantly frozen solid, stiff as a board. So that's what it was like to be Scrooged.
Where do we put it?
Let's take it home in our flying saucer.
The Moonmen had scarcely left the room when Boris woke up.
Go on. I didn't miss a word. Where did he go? Oh, there he went. Hey, you, come back with my moose.
But he knows the formula. We gotta take him along.
Don't be foolish. You missed the brains of the outfit.
The brains? Who's that?
The squirrel. He knows the formula, too.
He does?
Do I look like a liar? Don't answer. You go get him. I'll mind your moose for you.
The Moonmen dashed back to where Rocky and Natasha were still dozing.
All right, everybody up.
Ooh, it's all right, lady. They're just plain ordinary moon men.
Which one of you is the brains?
I am.
Because if you are, we're gonna scrooge you.
She is.
Which one is the squirrel?
That's me. Where's Bullwinkle?
We're taking him with us. You too. Come on.
Bye-bye, darling. Have a nice trip.
It looked bad, but Rocky's nimblewits were hard at work.
Okay, we'll go, but it does seem a shame to miss the party.
Party?
Sure. The government always throws a big party for visiting spacemen.
With paper hats?
And noisemakers?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could wait a little while.
Of course, we need our entertainment, Chairman.
Who's he?
My pal, Bullwinkle.
Oh, that's easy. We left him right... He's gone.
Sure enough, the wily Boris had stolen Bullwinkle and was at that moment heading for a lonely house high on a hill.
He can't go far. That moose was scrooched.
Scrooched?
How long did you scrooch him for, Cloyd?
The dial said 8.
8 what?
I don't know. It's either 8 hours or 8 years.
Well, Bullwinkle was still frozen solid, and Boris couldn't loosen him up. Then exactly 8 hours later...
Ooh.
You're conscious.
No, I'm Bullwinkle. Where am I?
This is your new laboratory. I am your new assistant. Shall we get to work?
Well, let's see. I guess so. 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon salt. You taking all this down?
Yes. Could you speak a little louder? I'm rather hard of hearing.
Oh, certainly. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Little did Bullwinkle know that Boris's hearing aid was in reality a powerful shortwave transmitter, and that every word he uttered was instantly heard in another country far away by a band of sinister spies. Don't fail to see our next episode, Monitored Moose or the Carbon Copycats.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto!
Wrong hat.
I take a 7.5.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Once upon a time, there was a shabby little fisherman.
Shabby, but neat.
He lived with a shabby but neat wife on a shabby but neat houseboat in the bay. Every morning, the fisherman kissed his wife goodbye and set out for the sea. One morning, when he was fishing near some odd-looking rocks, he felt a furious tugging on his net. When he pulled it in, he could hardly believe his eyes. He had caught a mermaid, an honest-to-goodness live mermaid.
Oh, joy.
What's so funny, fisherman?
Young lady, you're going to make my fortune. People will pay anything to see a real live mermaid.
But if you take me away from the sea, I'll die of a broken heart.
Are you sure?
It's the usual thing.
Oh, dear, that would never do.
And the fisherman cut his net and freed the mermaid.
Fisherman?
What's the matter? You catch your fins in the net?
No, I've come to repay your kindness.
Oh, that's all right.
I promise to grant you any wish you may ask of me.
Well, I sure do wish this net was mended.
I'll do more than that.
Hey!
And suddenly, the fisherman was holding a beautiful brand-new net.
It's true. Oh, wait till I tell Honey Bun.
That night, the fisherman told his wife all that had happened.
Why, I can hardly believe it.
Say, Turtle Dove, why don't you ask me something?
Oh, I don't know.
Go on.
Well, I could use a new apron.
And so, the next day, at the rocks...
Mermaid, mermaid in the sea, will you grant a wish to me? Little poem I just made up.
What is your wish?
Well, my wife would like a new apron.
I'll do more than that. Go, she has her wish.
When the fisherman arrived home, there stood his wife in a golden gown sprinkled with diamonds.
Oh, it's everything I've ever wanted.
But the next day, the fisherman noticed that his wife seemed moody and discontented.
I feel so silly dressing up in a golden gown to do dishes in a houseboat.
It's a nice houseboat.
It's shabby.
But neat.
I don't care. You must ask the mermaid for a better boat.
I don't think...
But I do. Ask her for a boat. A big boat.
So the fisherman returned to the rocks and requested a bigger boat for his wife.
I'll do more than that. Go, she has her wish.
When the fisherman returned home, he couldn't believe his eyes. In place of the houseboat rode an enormous yacht with diamond-studded smokestacks, ruby-encrusted portholes, a sterling silver anchor chain, and on the bow, a twice life-size figurehead of his wife.
Well, she ought to be happy now.
Milady instructs me to dress you for dinner.
But I'm already dressed.
This way, sir.
Oh, isn't this just delightful? You're as rich as a queen.
But if I can be as rich as a queen, why can't I be a queen?
Oh, come on now.
Go ask the mermaid.
But I can't.
Of course you can. Jeeves.
Yes, milady.
And the fisherman suddenly found himself on his way.
You rang.
It's my wife again. She wants to be a queen.
A queen?
Silly, isn't it?
I'll do more than that. Go, she has her wish.
Well, this time, when the fisherman returned, the yacht was gone, and in its place was a solid gold royal barge. On the shore, he could see a fabulous palace.
Oh, I'll bet Sugar Plum is tickled to death.
Kneel, knave, for Her Highness Queen Cleopatra.
Cleopatra? Her name is Gertrude.
Silence! I have another wish.
Oh, no.
If I can be a queen of the earth, why not queen of the universe? Tell the mermaid I want to be a goddess.
No, I'm not going to... Well, if you insist, sweetie pie. Mermaid, yoo-hoo.
Again, fisherman?
It's my wife. She wants to be... Oh, I just can't say it.
A goddess?
Uh-huh.
Nearly all your wishes have been heard. Have you no wish of your own?
Why, yes. I just want her to be happy.
I'll do more than that, fisherman. That was your last wish.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Go, your wife is happy.
And when the fisherman returned home, there was his old houseboat, just as it used to be, and waving from the deck was his wife, just as she used to be.
Tell me, honey bun, are you happy?
But of course, what more could I want?
Not even a new apron? That one's pretty shabby.
Shabby, but neat.
The moral of this story is obvious, I think. Be content with what you have, or it takes more than wishes to do the dishes.
Today's lesson is mighty important, remember?
Bullwinkle is a...
Not that lesson. This lesson.
And now for the poetic part of our show, we present Bullwinkle's Corner.
Greetings, culture crowd. Today's poem is an old Greek classic called The Horn. I translate. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep...
Hold it.
What?
I forgot my music. Okay, let's go.
That's kind of a big horn, ain't it?
It's a big part.
Oh. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow. The cow's in the corn.
Boy, that's hard work.
Oh, where is the boy who looks after the sheep?
Don't ask me. I'm a musician myself.
He's under a haystack fast asleep is where, doggone it.
Why'd you call this poem The Horn anyway?
'Cause obviously that's what the little boy blew.
And now it's time...
Time for that jolly juggler, Bullwinkle.
Oh, dear.
3 at once. 1, 2...
And now here's a feature you're sure to like.
3.
Hello again. Peabody here, and you're just in time to accompany Sherman and me on another journey into history.
How far back do we go today, Mr. Peabody?
Back to the year 1797, Sherman, where we join England's most celebrated naval hero, Lord Horatio Nelson, for the Battle of Cape St. Vincent. As is customary with all my inventions, the Wayback Machine performed perfectly, transporting Sherman and me to the main deck of Nelson's flagship.
So Britannia rules the sea, does she? Well, I'm afraid that motto is due to go into extinction.
Pardon us, your lordship, but what seems to be the problem?
You mean you haven't heard?
We just got here.
Well, this blundering crew of mine left port minus one very important commodity.
You forgot to bring cannons?
No.
Ammunition?
No.
What then?
We forgot to cast off.
Sure enough, an unbelievably long hawser held the flagship in check.
Does that rope stretch all the way back to England?
All the way. And unless we get loose, we can't go into battle.
I suppose you've considered cutting it in two?
We've considered it, yes. But you see, Admiralty law frowns on such action. One must cast off, and one must cast off while leaving the dock. Oh, I'm afraid it's hopeless.
Meanwhile, just off the coast, the Spanish fleet lay at anchor.
Look at that silly Nelson.
He is like the sitting duck, yes, my captain?
Yes, like the sitting duck who is at the end of his rope. Tell you what we do. We send him a message.
Right, George, it's a communication from the enemy. Dear Lord Nelson, you are cordially invited to attend an informal battle staged in your honor at 6 p.m. As ever, the Spanish Navy.
Isn't there something we can do, Mr. Peabody?
There is one thing. Lord Nelson, I suggest you send a dinghy back to England to cast off the hawser.
Impossible. A dinghy would have to make it there by 6 so that we could go into battle. There isn't a man alive who could row that fast.
Mr. Peabody could. He won the International Regatta 3 years in a row.
4 years, Sherman, 4 years. And so, wasting no time, we headed back to England. Unfortunately, upon arrival, we found the dock heavily guarded.
Nelson should know better than to leave port without casting off. It just isn't done. I'll have him broken for this. Yes. Now, remember, no one is to touch that hawser. No one, understand?
Uh-oh. Now what, Mr. Peabody?
This calls for subterfuge, Sherman. Pure, unadulterated subterfuge.
Alt. Who goes there?
Stand aside. It is I, the head of the RRI.
Oh. Now, off a mo. I never heard of no RRI. What's it stand for?
Royal Rope Inspectors. It's our job to inspect rope. Like this one here.
Oh, now take your hands off that there hawser.
It's almost 6, Mr. Peabody. We've got to hurry.
I said take your hands off that hawser. That's Navy property, that is.
Look at this. Intestinal calcification of the fibre.
What's that? Sounds horrible.
Never fear. England will care for your survivors.
My what?
Survivors. You see, unless we get rid of this rope, you're going to become infected and...
Well, get rid of the ratty thing.
And get rid of it we did. Just as Big Ben told 6. Of course, the rest is history. Nelson succeeded in sinking the Spanish fleet.
Oh, so Nelson was like the sitting duck, eh?
I think we made a boo-boo, yes, my Captain?
Yes, we made a boo-boo by joining the Navy instead of the Army. Come on, push me into shore.
Later that evening, we returned Nelson's dinghy.
England owes you much, my friends. Goodbye and good luck.
Well, Sherman, shall we go?
Well, I guess so, Mr. Peabody, but I sure am disappointed.
Why is that?
I never did find out why Lord Nelson wears an eye patch.
However, it wasn't a total loss. Sherman did discover something about wrestling. For there, on the poop deck, someone was giving an exhibition. It was Lord Nelson's half-brother. That, of course, is how the term half-Nelson came to be.
Look, Bullwinkle, a message in a bottle.
Fan mail from some flounder?
No, this is what I really call a message.
You remember that while Bullwinkle was hypnotized, he named all of the ingredients of a secret rocket fuel. He had already bored Rocky and the 2 spies into a sound slumber, but there were still 2 witnesses to hear him, the Moon Men. Their reaction was quick and to the point. They scrooched Bullwinkle and started off to the moon with him. When Boris saw what was happening, he managed to turn their attention to Rocky while he made off with a moose. When Bullwinkle recovered, he was in a new laboratory with a new assistant who looked remarkably like Boris Badenov and who wore a hearing aid that broadcast directly to a nest of spies in a foreign country. Not only that, but the spies had a laboratory set up to duplicate Bullwinkle's every move.
You're receiving, Hockey?
Okay.
Turn on speaker.
Let's see now. 2 cups of flour.
Got that?
Got it.
A pound of kumquats.
Got it?
Right, Chief.
Shh. Listen.
And now a hatful of vanilla to give it character.
You sure this is chemical experiment?
Well, sure, why?
Sounds more like girls' cooking class.
Uh-oh, he's a smart one. Well, Bullwinkle, what do you do now?
Bullwinkle was a mite embarrassed by not knowing the scientific names of anything until he spotted a chemistry dictionary on a shelf. Quickly, he opened it.
Well, how's this now? 3 ounces of methylene bromide and a cube of diphenylphosphate.
That's better. You getting all this?
And now a dozen benzochlorines.
Benzochlorines? But...
Quiet. Do as he says.
Now we'll just pop it into a hot oven for about an hour.
Pop it into... No, not that.
We must follow his directions exactly. Pop it in.
So, obeying Bullwinkle's instructions, the spies put their mixture into the oven. As a result, their laboratory instantly disappeared, while the only result in Bullwinkle's lab was...
Oh, darn. Just another mess of chocolate pan dowdy.
Hello, you receiving me? Hello, fearless leader. Funny they don't answer.
But while Bullwinkle didn't think much of his latest effort, it was doing him a lot of good, for its fragrant aroma drifted out of the window and down the hill and eventually reached the sensitive nose of his best friend.
Hey, smell that?
Smell what?
That delicious aroma.
I don't smell anything.
Cloyd, we don't have noses.
Oh, I forgot for a minute.
But I do, and I'm going to follow it right to Bullwinkle.
And so, over every obstacle, Rocky followed the smell of Bullwinkle's chocolate pan dowdy. It took him right to the house on the hill, but he didn't approach unobserved.
Curses, is that nosy squirrel? I must work fast.
And Boris did work fast, for when Rocky reached the house...
Gee whiz, looks like I was expected. Do not turn back. Go on instead. Your friend the moose is just ahead. Boris shave. 10 feet to moose. Too far. Go back 5 feet. Stand here. Pull rope.
But when Rocky pulled the rope, a trap door opened under him and the plucky squirrel dropped from sight.
See? It pays to advertise.
Don't miss our next episode, Rocky's Dilemma, or A Squirrel in a Stew. Well, it looks as if that crafty spy, Boris Badenov, is one up on our heroes, for he has managed to steal Bullwinkle from the Moon Men and has taken him to his lonely house on the hill, where the moose is putting his massive intellect to work on rediscovering his secret rocket fuel. All he's been able to make so far is a batch of chocolate pan dowdy, but its aroma caught the attention of his pal, Rocky. Rocky set out to find Bullwinkle, and for a while it seemed that Boris was actually helping him. But at the last minute, Rocky found that the signs had led him straight into a trap. For a while, Rocky was certainly going downhill fast, but a few seconds later, he was really going up in the world.
Farewell, you miserable rodent. Happy landings, right in middle of ocean.
And while the balloon took Rocky far out over the ocean, the unsuspecting Bullwinkle was still experimenting, only this time with real chemicals. And as Boris approached the lab...
You know, I think I had it for a second there.
Splendid. Now, would you mind getting off my neck and back to work?
I must be working him too hard. He looks pooped.
But two famous scientists like Rocky and Bullwinkle couldn't disappear without somebody wondering what had happened, and it soon appeared that everybody did.
Read all about it. Bullwinkle disappears.
All police stations were notified.
This scientist has the following distinguishing marks. A small mole on his left shoulder blade. Also a 6-foot pair of antlers.
The hunt for the missing moose went on in every state in the Union except one. When asked why, the governor replied,
"'Cause it ain't moose hunting season yet."
But in most places, the search went on doggedly, and probably the most eager searchers were the two Moon Men. Gidney and Cloyd wanted Bullwinkle as entertainment chairman of a party in their honor. Their methods were very simple. They just went from door to door where their appearance met with varying results.
I don't want any magazines, but I'd sure like to know what college you're working your way through.
Good heavens, is it trick-or-treat night already?
No brushes today, thanks.
It's not a brush, it's a mustache.
Hey, Mabel, looks like some more of your relatives again.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Gidley.
Just one more house, Cloyd.
And Gidney's diligence was rewarded. That one more house belonged to Boris Badenov.
Zounds, it's those lunar loonies. They mustn't see me.
This is the last one, Gidney. My pods are killing me.
Down here, they call them feet.
You think we'll ever get to go to our party?
Oh, sure. I'll bet that Bullwinkle chap is getting things ready right now.
Party, eh? Natasha, come here quickly.
And a few moments later, Boris flung his door wide open.
Surprise! Surprise! Come in, come in. We thought you'd never get here.
Welcome to Earth, darlings, and many happy returns.
Cloyd, it's a surprise party.
Surprised me, all right.
Here are the paper hats.
And the noisemakers.
Delightful. Nothing like noisemakers to pep up a party.
But those noisemakers were more deadly than delightful, for Bullwinkle's lab was in the room just overhead.
Must be fixing the street. Doggone, they don't make test tubes like they used to.
Now, you just make yourselves at home while I make the punch. It's my own recipe.
Is it good?
Good. He's knockout.
And while Boris prepared a lethal potion for the Moon Men, the balloon carrying Rocky was in a terrible storm out over the Atlantic. Suddenly, there was a searing bolt of lightning, an explosion, and the shattered balloon basket plummeted toward the angry ocean 10,000 feet below. Don't miss our next exciting episode, The Submarine Squirrel, or 20,000 Leagues Beneath the Sea.
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Ooh, don't know my own strength.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
A long, long time ago, more than a year in fact, a little girl lived with her mother in a little house on the edge of a deep wood. It was a pretty house, and she was a pretty girl. Her name was Twissenelda Wuffenpickle. But she had such lovely golden curls that everybody called her Goldilocks, which you must admit was just as well. Now, Goldilocks had just one bad fault. She was very careless, especially with things that belonged to other people. Children who let her play with their toys always wished that they hadn't. One day, Goldilocks decided to take a walk into the deep woods. It was going to be a long walk, so she packed a lunch and borrowed her father's compass to show her the way. And off she went. Well, about 2 sandwiches, a banana, and 4 prunes later, she decided to start back. But the compass now acted very strangely. She started toward what she thought was home, but the first thing you know, she was walking in circles. Only she didn't know it.
Look, footprints. If I follow them, I'm bound to get out of these woods eventually.
So Goldilocks wearily trudged round and round in the same old circle for hours. Then, alone and scared, she covered herself with a cloak. Well, almost. And shivered her way through the long, cold night. Now, just a little way from where she lay stood an odd-looking house. The home of the Bear family, Papa, Mama, and little Oswald.
Breakfast is ready.
Looks good.
Oh! Oswald, stop shouting.
That wasn't me. It was Pop.
Why, Bruce Bear.
Hot.
What?
Not what? Hot is hot.
It's supposed to be hot.
Not that doggone hot.
Oh, all right. Why don't we take a little walk until it cools off a bit?
So the 3 bears set out on their walk, leaving their breakfast on the table. Meanwhile, back at the old oak tree, Goldilocks suddenly woke to a wonderful smell of hot porridge. She followed the smell right to the cottage. There was nobody home, but a little thing like that didn't bother Goldilocks.
Oh, joy, breakfast. Oh, that's too hot. I'll put some milk on this one. Oh, brah, that makes it too cold. This one looks just right.
And it tasted just right, too, clear to the bottom of the bowl. Then, because she hadn't had much sleep the night before, Goldilocks began to feel tired.
Oh, these chairs look good. Oh, dear, this one's much too high. And this one's much too low. But this one is just right.
So, Goldilocks rocked and rocked in Oswald's tiny chair until one time she rocked just a little too far. But Goldilocks didn't care. After all, it wasn't her chair. Still, she needed a place to rest, so upstairs she went to lie down in one of the beds. Papa's bed looked pretty inviting, but it was too hard. While Mama's bed was much too soft, but little Oswald's bed was, well, you guessed it, just right. So Goldilocks quickly dropped off to sleep just as the bears returned from their walk.
I thought I told you to close the door, Oswald.
I did.
Perhaps somebody's been here while we were gone.
Oh? Anybody here? Oh, what the ding-dong! Somebody's been eating my porridge!
Somebody's been eating my porridge.
Somebody's been eating my porridge and didn't leave spoon one.
Look in the other room, Bruce.
Somebody's been rocking in my chair!
Somebody's been rocking in my chair.
Somebody's been rocking in my chair, and were they ever heavy?
Bruce, someone's upstairs.
Careful now. There may be trouble. Somebody's been sleeping in my bed.
Somebody's been sleeping in my bed.
Somebody's been sleeping in my bed, and here she is.
Oh!
Things got pretty frantic then. Until Goldilocks dashed out of the house and ran all the way home.
Now, Bruce, she's only a peeple. She doesn't know any better.
And I'll bet she sure learned a good lesson.
Well, that was true. From that time on, Goldilocks was as careful as could be of everybody's things, even her own. So, of course, she lived happily ever after. And after a little house cleaning and mending, so did the three bears.
Eeny, meeny, chilly beany, the spirits are about to speak.
Are they friendly spirits?
Friendly? Just listen.
And now for our moment of culture, here's Bullwinkle's Corner.
Hello there. The name of today's poem is, Where Go the Boats? Dark brown is the river, golden is the sand. It flows along forever with trees on either hand. Green leaves a-floating, castles on the foam. Boats of mine a-boating, where will all come home? On goes the river, down past the mill. Away down the valley, away down the hill. Green leaves a-floating, castles of the foam. Boats of mine a-boating, where will all come home? Away down the river, 100 miles or more. Other little children shall bring my boats ashore.
Out goes the bad air, in comes the good.
Green leaves a-floating, castles on the foam. Boats of mine a-boating, where will all come home?
Hello, Peabody here. I believe that every dog should have a boy. That's why I adopted Sherman.
Shall I set the Wayback Controls, Mr. Peabody?
Yes, Sherman, you may set the Wayback Machine for the year 1875.
And the place?
Dodge City. Specifically, the Marshal's office. For today, we visit that legendary lawman, Wyatt Earp. In no time at all, Sherman and I were standing before Marshal Earp. His actions rather surprised us.
You the fellas with the tiddlywink set? Set it right down there on the table till I finish my sword fighting. On guard there, you varmint.
Excuse us, Marshal, but you're mistaking us for someone else.
You didn't bring no tiddlywinks?
I'm afraid not.
Well, then you must have brought a deck of cards.
No, sir, we didn't bring any cards either.
Obviously, you're quite busy, Marshal, but could you take a moment to explain why you're...
Why I'm fencing and going in for tiddlywinks and card games?
Precisely.
Well, I gotta get ready to capture Ace's Wild, the worst doggone bank robbery in Kansas.
You mean you're gonna fight him with a sword?
I'll fight him, challenge him at a game of tiddlywinks, or even go fish. But I'm gonna beat him and bring him in.
Has the possibility occurred to you that he may wish to fight you with a gun?
Well, if he does, then old Wyatt's going to Boot Hill.
Don't you have a gun?
I got part of one. You see, after every gunfight, I always had a habit of carving a notch on my gun handle. I had so many fights, I don't have a handle left. See? Every time I draw, I don't have nothing to grab on to.
Why not buy another gun? Or at least a handle?
Ain't none around. Them things are scarce out here. You fellas ain't got a gun you can lend me, have you?
I'm afraid not.
Well, if an aces don't want to play go fish, I guess I'm a goner.
Suddenly, the door opened.
Marshal, come quick. It's Jesus Wilde. He just left the bank.
Did he make a withdrawal or a deposit?
A withdrawal. Took every darn cent there was.
Well, this calls for a showdown. Follow me.
And follow him we did. That is, until he misjudged his footing and...
He's out cold, Mr. Peabody.
It's just as well, Sherman.
Yeah, but who's going to fight Aces Wild?
Belly up to the bar, boys. The drinks is on me.
Well, you better vamoose pronto. Marshal Earps sure shooting going to come looking for you.
You know what I got for him? A bullet with his name on it.
Look out, Aces. Sounds like the marshals are coming.
Come on in, Marshal. And come on in a-fightin'.
I assume you're Aces Wild?
I be he. Who be ye?
I be Peabody. This is Sherman.
Hi, Mr. Wild.
Where's the Marshal?
He's indisposed. So I've come to take you in.
That's downright funny, that is. Why, I'm the best shot in the West.
I doubt that.
Oh, you do you? Well, get a load of this.
Adequate, but hardly extraordinary.
I suppose you could do the same.
Yes, and without the use of firearms. Hold a glass, please.
How's this?
Fine. So saying, I went to the piano, selected E above high C, and...
Well, I'll be dogged. All right, Mr. Smarty. Let's see you outdraw me. On the count of 3, grab your gun.
But you don't have a gun, Mr. Peabody.
I don't need one, Sherman. Now, if you'll be so kind as to hand me that tray. Good boy. Now stand aside.
You ready yet?
I will be, as soon as you move directly beneath that chandelier.
What for I gotta stand there?
You'll see.
Well, I guess it don't matter where I stand. What matters is where you fall. 1, 2, 3.
You did it, Mr. Peabody. You beat him.
Of course.
Without firing a shot.
Naturally. And so, after escorting Aces to a jail cell, we said goodbye to Marshal Earp.
Thanks again, Mr. Peabody. You too, Sherman. Adios.
Golly, it sure is puzzling.
What is, Sherman?
Well, how Wyatt Earp got the reputation for being the fastest draw in the West.
Oh, not so puzzling. Wyatt Earp was also an artist, you see, and he really did draw faster than anyone.
Today's lesson is mighty important, remember?
Bullwinkle is a...
Not that lesson. This lesson.
Last time you remember, Boris Badenov had captured Rocky and set him adrift in a balloon. The balloon was struck by lightning and plummeted down toward the ocean thousands of feet below. As the balloon fell, the plucky squirrel managed to work his way out of the basket and, spreading his arms and legs, began to glide toward the distant shore miles away.
Boy, I hope I can stretch my glide that far.
Unfortunately, at that moment, Rocky was being picked up by the radar antennas of the Air Defense Headquarters.
General Broadbeam, sir, we've spotted a flying object headed straight for us.
What kind of object?
Well, sir, it appears to be a squirrel.
A what?
Yes, sir.
Probably a secret missile we don't know about. Well, we can't take chances. Shoot it down.
And within seconds, huge batteries of weapons were leveled at Rocky and commenced fire.
Holy smoke! They think I'm an enemy. Hey! Cut it out! I'm friendly! Look! I'm smiling! Oh, if there were just some way I could tell them who I am.
Then the brainy squirrel got an idea and began to fly in a special pattern.
Look, General, the object is spelling something out.
Sure enough, the wily Rocky was using the smoke from the ack-ack burst to spell out letters, a kind of polka dot skywriting.
What's it say, General?
U.S. Cease firing! Don't harm a hair of his head. That is a U.S. taxpayer. We need every one of them we can get.
So Rocky continued gliding toward the shore, this time with an honor escort of jet planes. Meanwhile, at Boris's house, the spy was pretending to throw a party in honor of the Moon Men, complete with paper hats and noisemakers. while Bullwinkle worked in the room above.
Mind if I join you?
In a corner of the room, Boris, who was really anxious to get rid of the Moon Men, was mixing up a bucket full of Mickey Fins.
Oh, goody. Punch.
Boris, if Moose ever drinks that, he will be asleep for weeks.
And we won't get formula from him.
Well, here's looking up your ancestors.
At that moment, Rocky and his escort were flying just a few hundred feet above the house.
I can make it now, fellas. Thanks a lot.
And the Squirrel headed down for Boris's hideout.
Wait, a toast.
Oh, sure.
Gentlemen, the Queen.
You said it.
No. Now we must break glasses.
But we ain't drunk the toast yet.
In my country, you break glasses before you drink toast.
Well, if you say so. But people must get pretty thirsty where you live. Now, I'd like to give a toast.
Of course.
Well, here's the crime.
To crime?
Of course, that was a toast that Boris and Natasha had to drink. The results were immediate.
Hey, she's gone to sleep.
You fellas don't feel sleepy?
Nope.
Not even little bitsy bit?
Nope. That punch sort of peps you up.
Nighty-night.
And Boris joined Natasha in deep slumber.
Party droopers.
At that moment, Rocky appeared at the open window.
Bullwinkle, there you are.
Where else? Hiya, Rocky.
Come on, we gotta go back. Everybody's looking for you.
Oh, that's nice of them. Okay, let's go.
Come on, Moon Man.
Our friends started back, but just as they left the house, heavy hands fell on their shoulders and a very official voice boomed.
You are under arrest by order of the United States government.
Our heroes under arrest? Whatever for? Be sure to see our next episode, The Bars and Stripes Forever.
Well, it looks as if our time is just about run out.
Mine must be a little slow.
You got the credits, Bullwinkle?
All on this itty-bitty card. Oop.
We're late again, Bullwinkle.
Right.
Bye now. See you next time.